Bring in the Shadow Justice Secretary Robert Jenrick. What do you make of it all?
Well, good morning. It feels like an end of days thing, doesn't it, where you've got a government that's out of energy, out of ideas. It's led by a Prime Minister who looks weak and paranoid this morning.
So they learnt a few lessons from the last Conservative government, then, you think?
Well, look, it feels like a government that's got months to live, not 3.5 years. You've got a Prime Minister who's now machine gunning his own cabinet ministers, getting his advisers to brief against his own ministers.
We don't know, of course, if the PM knew about it, right?
He hasn't denied it, has he? I mean, I heard Wes Streeting say that the PM had even messaged him to ask if he was all right. I mean, look, I don't really care, to be honest, about the internal politics of the Labour Party. I don't think most people do in the country. What they want this morning is to know that the government is getting on and actually doing things to fix the country. We hear that in a matter of days, Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor, is going to hike taxes on working people who can't afford it right now. We've got yesterday David Lammy, the Justice Secretary, admitting that prisoners are being let out of jail accidentally on an almost daily basis. Why isn't the government actually buckling down, doing its job and trying to improve the lives of people in this country rather than fighting amongst themselves in this frankly childish and pathetic manner?
We spoke to Wes Streeting earlier on the programme. Look, he's clearly an ambitious cabinet minister. He does lots of interviews. He's seen as quite kind of slick, does a lot on social media. A lot of people think he has leadership ambitions. Are you basically the Conservatives' Wes Streeting?
Well, I have known Wes for a long time, but I think that's where the comparisons end. Look, we had a leadership contest in the Conservative Party a year ago. Kemi is our leader. That is all ancient history, and I'm doing my job as Shadow Justice Secretary, trying to hold Labour to account, as I did yesterday in Parliament with David Lammy, who literally came to Parliament to concede that, despite putting in place what he called the strongest ever checks, prisoners are being let out. They're on the streets. There are manhunts happening across our country right now. There's even one prisoner who we couldn't say whether they were in or out of prison. I mean, has he been to his cell? He's either in the cell or not. He's literally lost control of our prison service at the moment.
I want to talk to you about the budget, because it feels to me like an awful lot of what is going on is basically about the elephant in the room, which is the budget. Well, not really an elephant in the room, we're talking about it the whole time, but the budget that is in 2 weeks' time, right? You said in this interview that you're worried about taxes going up, but we need to get real, don't we, about the size of the black hole, about the serious pressures that this country is under. I don't want to make this party political. I don't want to talk about the blame game. What would you do to get the finances back on track?
Well, the first thing is you've got to get control over public spending. And at the heart of that is our welfare budget. You've got to bring that down by getting more people back into the workplace. We can't have millions of people out of work in our country and the benefits bill keep ballooning year after year. The problem with this Labour government is that even before this latest melodrama, they couldn't get any of those changes through Parliament.
Come on, we're making it political already. You can't help yourself, can you?
No, but this is just reality. Keir Starmer tried to do modest changes to the benefits bill earlier in the year and had to backtrack. The problem is going to be that if you can't control public spending, you're going to have to keep raising taxes. If you keep raising taxes, you're going to put off investment. Businesses aren't going to create jobs and growth in our country, and you're now seeing that because unemployment is rising month after month. It's now the highest level for 5 years. We're in a doom loop right now, which is the creation of Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer, and unless they can break that cycle, it's just going to get worse and worse for people in this country.
You're talking there about, benefits going up, and many people will, recognise that, and I'm sure you will acknowledge, this started under the last Conservative government, and this makes it so hard for you to be trusted on these things as well.
I don't think that's right.
I'm just looking at
on unemployment.
We left
unemployment
benefits,
much lower. Well, that's one of the big drivers of the cost of benefits.
What, so benefits didn't go up after the last Conservative government? Come on.
Well, they were rising after the pandemic, but we did put in place in the last few months of the Conservative government changes to try to improve that. But
my question was that benefits went up under the Conservatives, and that is a fact.
In honesty, in the early days of the Conservative government, there were great welfare reforms, like the introduction of universal credit, which tried to make work actually pay. Post-COVID, did the benefits bill go up? Yes, it did. And that needs to be bared down on now.
The point I was making is that the issue that you have a trust. Now, if you look at the polling, for example, YouGov's tracker has you on 18%, 1 point behind Labour, but it's 9 points behind Reform.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
It's bad, right?
It's not good enough. The Conservative Party's got to change. It's got to be in tune with the public by admitting the mistakes that we made when we were in office and bring forward serious answers to these challenges. You know, that is now what we're doing. You've seen some of the policies that have been put forward, like securing our borders, like having the honest debate about the size of the state and the welfare budget. How do we help those people back into the workplace? It's only by doing that that we can begin to regain the public's trust and confidence. It's going to be a long road. I'm the first to admit that, but we are making progress right now.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Robert Jenrick, speaking to us there.